Hi, this video is going to be about a Book of Shadows or Grimoire, depending on what you call it. People have other names for them too. But basically this is a book that pretty much every witch has. They contain, any journaling or information you have, your spells, and basically anything you want to put in there that you feel is relevant. So it's kind of like, a notebook that you would have for a subject in school, and you want to just, have everything about that subject in that notebook, so you can go and look to research and review. So for this reason, a lot of people use 3-ring binders type things for their Book of Shadows, and that way they can just stick things in there as they go, and they don't have to really worry about running out of space. But some people prefer a more traditional looking Book of Shadows, and there are a lot of good looking ones out there for sale. But they can get pretty expensive. So it's up to you what you decide on making. I know a lot of people, at least my age, who are in school or have been in school, will have probably notebooks or something laying around, and so you can use those. I'll show you mine. It's really crappy. But I had this old sketchbook sitting around, and it didn't have much in it, and I just took it and took out the old sketches and, started using this for all my needs. And I think down the road I'll get something better and, copy over anything important from this book into the new one, but for now this is what I have. So it doesn't have to be really fancy at all, and just don't feel obligated to write something in there that you don't want to. It's yours, and you just personalize it as you like. I know a lot of people go for the old-fashioned look and make their books look really pretty, and yeah, I think that looks awesome, but I don't have that with mine. It's just a sketchbook, and I write stuff in it. But you could definitely do that with yours, stain the pages and stuff, or do that with a book that you get that's supposed to look older and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope this has helped. Yeah, I don't really have instructions on how to make your own Book of Shadows. I would recommend, there's a lot of videos and guides out there on how to do that, but I just used an old sketchbook, so yeah. But keep the 3-ring binder thing in mind, because that could definitely come in handy. And I think for people who have a lot of information, that is probably one of their best, the best options for them. But I know a lot of people have more than one Book of Shadows, and one is for travel, so it's smaller or lighter, and then they have one that's too big or obvious or whatever for traveling. So yeah, that's something also to keep in mind. And I've read that you are not supposed to share your Book of Shadows with anyone. You're the only person who should read it. So it's yours. Don't feel oh, I can't write this in here because other people will see it. But if you're in a situation where you're legitimately worried that people might come across it and, you know, look in there and then you could get in trouble or something, then I'd suggest maybe keeping like an electronic book of shadows, like a file on your computer, and, you know, secure it and make it like protected and hidden and stuff. Or, you know, use something that you're, like, you don't think is an obvious thing. Like, I don't know, my sketchbook is pretty, like, not obvious, but it's also, like, you know, somebody might go through it thinking, oh, you know, let's see what she drew. So you also want to be careful where you store it when you're not around it. So, yeah, just things to keep in mind. But if you have a binder type thing, it's less likely that people are going to go through it because binders don't look very interesting, at least to me. Anyway, so that's my video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I hope this helps, and good luck with your own book.